welcome to VOP Business Show. I'm Kayla Abraham. We begin today's show with the 2023 G20 Summit, which is no doubt one of the world's biggest events that will take place in September 9 and 10 in India. It will bring heads of state and dignitaries from 20 leading economies of the world. The summit will be held in the New Delhi area, which will be out of bounds from the night of September 7. Offices, restaurants, malls, and markets have been asked to remain shut from September 8. President Bola Tinubu is one of the special invitees to the summit, and reports has it that he is considering Nigeria becoming a member of the group. Now, what is the G20? The Group of 20 is a premier international forum made up of the world's 20 largest economies. It was established in 1999 to shape and strengthen global architecture and governance on major international economic issues. The G20 meets annually at the heads of state and government level to discuss and agree on global issues. While it initially focused largely on broad macroeconomic issues, it has expanded its agenda over time to include trade, sustainable development, health, agriculture, energy, environment, and climate change. The countries that make up G20 include Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, UK, and US. Now let's take a listen to a recording of an interview we had earlier with Mr. Emeka Okoroanyanwu, a foremost business consultant and former group business editor of the Sun newspapers, to help us answer some vital questions concerning the G20 summit with regards to our country, Nigeria. Attending this summit now with all of the situation going on in the country economically?
Yes, it should. It should. You know, the G20 summit is based on invitations. Apart from the group of 19 permanent members, those who attend are invited. I learned that this year about 40 countries will be attending. About 8 or 9 of them are invited, Nigeria inclusive. If Nigeria, I think other countries invited to attend are Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, that is always coming every year, is always a permanent invitee, United Arab Emirates, Bangladesh, Egypt, Mauritius, and Nigeria. They are all invited. And when they are invited, they are inviting you to discuss about their economy, how it affects the world, how it affects the country. Nigeria occupies a very important position in the South-African region. We are the largest economy, as they normally say, and about 200 million people are in Nigeria. So whatever affects Nigeria affects the world, economically, globally. So even with the problem at home, Nigeria is invited, the president should go. And going also means you are meeting some other economies. Because those who attend are presidents, finance ministers, foreign affairs ministers, other countries. Germany, USA, United Kingdom, other countries, both developing and developed countries, they will attend them. So you are still a lot of people.
I understand what you said about the president attending the G20 summit. Well, moving on now, what do you think Nigeria will benefit from becoming a member of the G20?
Being a member of G20 is not automatic.
Yeah.
Not automatic. Yeah, because one, you have to be invited. I listened to the president's spokesperson talking about that if we attend, we check and see if we can apply. You don't apply. You are invited. And there are certain criteria that makes a country to be a Nigeria ordinarily been a member, but we are not managing ourselves very, very well. And that is the problem. We are not managing ourselves very well. But there are some certain things we have to benefit. if we are a member, really.
Yes.
If we are a member.
What are those things you think we should benefit?
Yeah, the G20 is a conglomeration of countries,
Yes.
largest economies, countries with largest economies.
Yes.
And issues they discuss there, they discuss about debt sustainability,
Yes.
how your debt can be solved, at digitization, they look at employment, they look at healthcare system, they look at economic, especially for women and the age. They also look at climate change. And these are the things that are taking front burners in the world too. If you go there, you have to present your own case on the table. Again, it gives you room for bilateral relationship with other countries. The economic cooperation. It is also there you solicit for investments for your country. Also there you, like I said earlier, they are owing about $110 billion. It is in that kind of conference that you look at those and start talking about debt forgiveness or debt rescheduling. So the conference is good for any country, just like the IMF World Bank conference. But this one is not the one. It's about 20 countries, and other countries are invited. Like I said, this year alone, they invited about 9 countries. 8 countries plus Nigeria were invited to this speech this year. So, and they must have a criteria for inviting this country.
Okay. That's okay, but I mean, is this what we really need at this time? I mean, considering the spate of insecurity and other burning national issues that we're dealing with right now, do you think this is what we need at this time?
We can't. A country cannot. We can't be. In fact, our economic situation is a very serious one now. Many Nigerians don't know. We have been talking about the economy. People have been talking about politics, but the economy is the bedrock of the country. And because we are in a very serious, in a dear economic stress now. So whatever we can do to push the conversation for economy, we should do it. It doesn't stop us from tackling insecurity at home. It doesn't stop us from handling other issues. After all, the government still spends money. Spend money. What government needs, like I said earlier, is to go with experts who can come back with something. It's not people who will see jump. That is why when I heard that you went with people like Soludo, Governor Soludo, people like Otedola, and so on, I said, okay, fine. These are people who will, not politicians per se, politicians will just go there, do their shopping and come back. But it's a very serious, this conference is a very serious issue. For other countries, they will definitely get something. Economic cooperation, relationships, but unfortunately for us, I don't know who will invest in our economy as it is now. I don't know who will invest with this the high debt burden on us, with insecurity, with the inclement economic environment. I don't know who will invest in our country now. I don't know really.
Okay. Well, finally, Mr. Emeka, I feel we need to address this because Nigeria is a member of World Trade Organization, but what we've gained from that is just being used as a dumping ground by the producing economies. Do you expect anything different from this G20 summit?
We are not getting. The truth is that like I told you, we will not get more. You see, summit has the member countries or participating countries have no obligation to implement whatever decision that are taken there. You can't. You may just go there, come back, and continue living your life the way you are living it. You are not obliged to implement any of the decisions taken there. That is one drawback it has. Yes, we are part of. Definitely, it depends on who we do. If for instance, the ask us to open our market country for dumping of goods, and we are not obliged to take any decision there. That's the beauty of G20 summit. They are not obliged to take anything. It's just like it's a friendly environment where you discuss with partners, seeking for cooperation, seeking for in fact, it opens the door for you to meet other countries, especially the developed countries and the developing countries, the emerging markets like South Korea, Japan, Indonesia are all going to be there. So you can discuss with those ones. You don't need to. You get a lot. You get a lot, but you have to go there. With intelligence. You have to go there with experts who know what they're talking about in business.
All right, Mr. Emeka, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate this.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hey. Hello. Hello. Okay. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria has seen a significant surge in value-added tax revenue in the first half of 2023, generating a staggering 1.49 trillion naira. The latest MBS report released yesterday noted that this impressive figure marks a remarkable 25% increase when compared to the 1.18 trillion naira recorded during the same period in 2022. Value-added tax, which is a consumption tax, is administered by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and the generated revenue is typically disbursed among the three tiers of government through the Federation Account Allocation Committee. The MBS report further highlights that Nigeria's VAT collection experienced a 10.11% growth in the second quarter of 2023, reaching 781.4 billion naira, up from 709.6 billion naira in the first quarter. Analyzing the data, local payments contributed 948.13 billion naira to this impressive total, with foreign VAT payments adding 293.8 billion naira, while 249.1 billion naira came from import VAT throughout the initial 6 months of the year. The report also delves into specific sectors, with the manufacturing industry leading the way by contributing the highest revenue of 281.1 billion naira. This represents a remarkable 25% growth compared to the first half of 2022. Following closely is the information and communication sector, reporting 192.6 billion naira in revenue, signifying a 52% growth when compared to the same period last year. Now, the federal government has set a 2-week timeline on wage award, tax exemptions, and allowances to public sector workers to cushion the pains and anguish they are going through as a result of subsidy removal, as put forward by the Trade Union Congress. The government also agreed to iron out the modalities of accessing the intervention fund that was recently announced as palliative to micro, small, and medium enterprises. The Congress stated that only the federal workers had not benefited from the palliatives rolled out by the government so far. President of TUC, Festus Osifo, noted this yesterday during a meeting with the Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Lalong. But the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress boycotted the meeting convened by Lalong, targeted at averting the 2-day warning strike already declared by NLC. Only the leadership of TUC, led by its president, showed up for the meeting which lasted about 30 minutes. The TUC ruled out any plans to join the 2-day warning strike declared by the NLC. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria has disclosed that foreign firms repatriated $5.9 billion from the Nigerian economy between October 2022 and March 2023. About $5.13 billion was repatriated as dividends by foreign investors. In its economic report of the first quarter of 2023, the Apex Bank disclosed that higher dividend payments to non-residents further widened the deficit in its primary income account. It stated that this deficit widened to $2.7 billion in the fourth quarter of 2023 from $2.3 billion in the fourth quarter of 2022. According to CBN, the primary income account covers the compensation of employees and investment income. Dividend payments to foreign investors amounted to $5.13 billion in the 6 months under review. Given a breakdown of payments, the bank stated that the deficit is the primary income account, widened by 18.7% to $2.7 billion in the first quarter of 2023, primarily to 34.9% increase in investment income payment, which amounted to $3.1 billion from $2.8 billion in the fourth quarter of 2022. A recent report noted that foreign airlines repatriated $4.7 billion from Nigeria in 15 months. It stated that despite this, these airlines were still struggling to get their funds out because of the scarcity of foreign exchange supply in the country. Now, the exchange rates between the Naira and the US dollar, according to the data released on the FMDQ Security Exchange and the official Forex trading portal, showed that the Naira opened at about 772.06 Naira per dollar on Monday and closed at 747.87 Naira per dollar on Monday, September 4. That is all on VOP Business Show on VOP TV. We would like you to subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It is Voice of the People TV. And on other social media platforms at VOP TV Live. I am Kayla Abraham. Thanks for watching.